Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of TPPI, and I'm rolling up my sleeves but I don't know why because I'm really cold. First off, just want to say this episode and next couple of episodes probably are gonna F up, and you know, it's gonna probably be terrible, and guess what? That's just how I roll and that's just how it's gonna be, I'm afraid, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna experiment with bees now. We've done the basic of bees. The only stage next, if you know what I mean, like up from doing the basic with bees, which is what we've done, is to actually crossbreed them. And crossbreeding them, it's kind of weird, but like once I stutter and explain it somehow to you, you'll slowly get the idea. I know, like what I've got to do to explain it, but I just can't say it all at once because I need to show you stuff like this. Oh, I finally got honeycomb. But yeah. So the base of it is let's just, okay, so for example, what we want to do is we're going to be crossbreeding today because we want to be making, I think it's like top tier stuff. No, not top tier stuff. We want to get like better alveries is what they're called. If I type in ALV. Alvery, there we go. Okay, so alvery, and this is a structure similar to how the the salination plant. It's not just one block like the apiary is, and you right click on it and it works. The alvery is like a whole bunch of them put together, and it's like one big bee's nest or hive's nest or whatever. You know what I mean. So yeah, the idea is we want to make one of those, but to make one of those, we need to make scented paneling and impregnated casing. Now, we've got impregnated casing, haven't we? We need scented paneling. And to get scented paneling, we need pollen and we need royal jelly. Royal jelly, I like that. And to get this, we need like high tier stuff, I guess you want to call it that. Like some high tier bees. We need, if I look over here, we need imperial bees for the jelly, I think. And industrious for the pollen. I'll stop saying jelly, that weird now. But yeah, so as you can see, we just need honey and add it together in the carpenter. And as you can see, we'll get scented paneling. So in other words, we need like a crap ton of pollen and a crap ton of royal jelly. But obviously to get there, we need to make imperial and industrial first. Now to get imperial and industrial, we need to go through a certain process. There we go. So what I've done is, I've gone out and got a couple, I'll say a couple. I mainly do meadows to forest, just to get started really. Because what we want to do is, we want to mix two together to get ourselves something called a common bee. So if I type in common, like that, you'll see here, common drone, unknown, that one's got details already. This is all, that's all it is in NEI anyway. That one says what it is. That's just like the basic shorter, stuff like that. And these two are unknown. But you get the idea. So we'll need a common, and to get a common, like I say, what I normally do is I normally do meadows, and I normally do forest. So what we'll do is, we'll get ourselves this forest drone, and once this is done, let's take it at that. We'll put the meadows drone back in, the meadows princess back in, and we'll also add in the forest drone. And what that's gonna do is, hopefully, once it's done, actually, you know what? While I wait for this, I'm gonna probably build something else. Actually, what we can do instead, though, to actually increase the rate of mutation, if you haven't noticed, between these two slots, there's actually these 3 frames, or like what looks like a frame anyway. I forgot actually the name. I know it's soul something. I think it might actually be a soul frame. Yes, it was a soul frame, there you go. So this is like the basic tier, if you want to call it that. Or it might be impregnated frame, I'm not sure. No, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, so this is like the lowest tier of frames. And what frames do is they increase the rate of mutation. So the more frames you have in there, the higher chance that you'll have for mutation, for whatever's breeding, for it to mutate. So I definitely recommend maybe doing these before, or if you're just bored and waiting. It's pretty easy to make as well, just impregnated sticks and a string. We've got string, obviously. Impregnated sticks is just 2 wooden planks, or wood, sorry, with some seed oil, just like that. So we'll need to get ourselves some wood, just like this. Wood. Beg pardon there. Okay, wood, yeah. So we just got some wood. I think it's wood, right? Let's put it in the carpenter and find out. So I think, oh, I'll have to put in seeds as well. Whatever, that'll do for now. We also need seed oil, and seed oil comes from seeds and what was the other one? Was it pumpkin? I think it's just any seeds, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Yeah, let's use pumpkin seeds, because what we could do is we can breed, not breed those, but get the idea. Yeah, so we'll just wait for this to do now, and hopefully we'll have enough. No, you're not gonna work, all right? No, you're not gonna do it. No, okay, fair enough. Fine, we'll use the seeds. It's all right. I might have to get a seed farm up and running actually, because I'm gonna need that. A wheat farm or whatever. So we'll leave one in. Whack that in. You know, just whack it in there. There you go. Now is it doing it? Is it doing it? No? Okay. Have I done it wrong? Okay, I forgot that I had my redstone control, so it wasn't getting any power. There you go. That explains it at least. So this should be getting some seed oil. We need to put our wood back in there. I thought I maybe messed it up somehow, but obviously not. Yeah, so we'll wait for those to go through. Very slowly indeed. So I will actually check how much impregnated, how much seed we do need per. I was going to need like 0.100. That's not too bad then, I guess. I just wish it showed you like when you hover over here how much you have in there. Missing resource. What? Am I missing something to give it there? What's going on? No. Wood. Seed oil. Maybe it's just saying that it's missing seed oil. Probably, eh? Probably, it sounds about right. Let's put our pumpkin seeds back in there as well. Let's get one, because I don't know if I saved one. Hopefully now as well. Yeah, I did. So these should be done now. Okay. These aren't necessary. Your frames, obviously, for you to obviously mutate or do whatever. You can just do it off base if you want. I'll call it that. But the way it works is, like I say, the way I'm going to do it is Meadows Princess, Forest Drone, crossbreed the two of those. You don't have to, you know, what's the word? Put them in the Beealizer just yet. I'd rather wait until you've actually got yourself like a common one or whatever the off-breed of whatever this is. Are these done now? Yeah. I'm just having these going for some reason. I don't know why. It's like duplicating them. I'm just going to whack in some... Have I got another princess? I think I do. There we go. Let's just... Because I want a steady flow of these as well, honeycomb. So if I put those in there, it's not too much of a problem. Yeah. And if you haven't noticed as well, once you got your algae up, you'll notice like some flowers that are spawning around now, as you can see. This one's the most noticeable, pink daffodil, wildflower, which I find is quite nice. You know, you get some good scenery around you with some good flowers. Just thought I'd add that. Why not? So there we go. We've got 2 impregnated sticks, and we need like a lot more. Jesus Christ, we need 2, 4, 6. We need 8. Well, there you go. We need way more than I can produce, to be honest with you. There's probably going to be an easier way though, right, to make this. Who knows? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a farm quickly. And while these... Because this is going to take a long time. So I'm going to set up a farm. And I'll come back once it's done and my farm's done. So I'll go back. Okay, finally, after a while of breeding these two together, you know, the Forest Princess and the... No, other way around. Forest Drone and Meadows Princess. You may end up with something like this. So obviously, you got your honeycomb drop-off, or you want to call it. I did make one soul frame just to increase the mutation rate a bit. But I got a Meadows Drone, a Forest Drone, and then a Common Princess. So now you've got the Common Princess, you can whack this bad boy into the Beealizer if you want. You don't really have to. You can if you want. And as you can see here, so as you can see, it says active Common but inactive Forest. So what that means is it's more sided. I think it's like a crossbreed. Yeah. So it's a crossbreed of like a Forest and a Common at the moment. So obviously, you know, the best thing you can get out of this is the fact that it can be like a fully bred Common. But I don't think you can do that straight off. I think what you've got to do is, I think if you breed it with a... I think, obviously, as you see, it's a Common Forest. I'm not quite sure 100% about this, so don't quote me on it. But I think now, if you crossbreed it with a Meadows, like do a Common Princess and a Meadows Drone, that'll turn it into a Common. Yes, I think so. I remember something in my head, but... Although that might F it up. It also says as well flowers, so it needs flowers around it just like it normally does. You know, you got all your other different stats around here. But I'm actually going to double check that rather than me using it, because like I've come this far, I don't really want to mess it up now. And as you can see, if you hover over mutations, you can see that you've now discovered that you do Meadows into a Common, which is quite cool as a mutation. But yeah, so I'm going to look up, I'm going to find out what I've got to do to crossbreed with this, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you the answer. Alright, okay, welcome back. I've kind of been going, this is probably how it's going to be for the rest of the episode now. It's just me doing something and then telling you what I've done. So if you remember from that last cut, I think it was me talking about the Common and I put it in with another Forest. After I said that it was a crossbreed between the two, don't do that. Don't put in another Forest. Put in another Meadows Drone. So if it was Common dash Forest hybrid, you'd put in a Meadows with it. For in this case, though, it's Cultivated dash Meadows. Now, Cultivated is the next tier up after Common, which is good, because that's what we need. And as you can see, all the stats are here. Speed fast, so good. We don't have to wait around as much, which is always as good, you know. And the other off chance of that we got as well... Sorry, that wasn't phrased very well. I think we got these 2 Common Drones, I think was the other ones we got. So I put these in here. Probably only have to do the one, but whatever, not much of a problem. Yeah, so as you can see now, this one's so they're not exactly the same because pollination's a bit slowest and slower. I mean, yeah, that's always good. But I mean, apart from that, everything else seems to be exactly the same. I mean, you know, nothing else seems to be of any difference, obviously. And you can see there, it's just saying about cultivated. No, wait, where's that bee gone? I just had, has it gone in here? I bet it has. But yeah, so as you can see, I now have the cultivated one, which is somewhere. That's Valiant. There you go, here it is. So they automatically go in here, I didn't know that. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the cultivated princess, as you can see. Cultivated worker, faster worker. So it's fast, not slower, it's fast, so it's good. Shorter life, like I say. So after we've got cultivated, the one up from cultivated is a noble or diligent. Now this can go two ways now. And what we do with the cultivated, because now how all this crossbreeding works is to get to a higher tier, you crossbreed the current one with the old gen. So if you think of it, consoles for example, so Xbox One, you breed with the Xbox 360 to make the, whatever the heck the next Xbox would be. I don't know why that was a good analogy, I really don't. But yeah, as you can see, this one's a purebred common drone because there's no like hybrid on there. This one's a cultivated meadows hybrid, so I'm sure there's not too much of a problem with that, because you know it is cultivated at the end of the day. I think maybe if I added in a forest drone with it, it would make it a purebred. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try that, because if I fail, I actually don't mind, you know, waiting ages just to get back there again. So just do bear that in mind as well. If you mess up, you'll have to start from the beginning, you know, doing the meadows and forest. So, you know, do take your time and don't mess up. I'm going to do that, and I'll come back with the answer. If it's good, I'll always come back. If it's not, I'll come back when I have the noble or the diligent bee. So yeah, and I'll also explain what I did then. So be right back. Okay, so I've just finished with the cultivated, and this was my, what's the name? Like result, I guess you could call it. This was my output, you know, one honeycomb as you do, one forest drone, because if you remember I did a meadows one and it was a crossbreed, and now I've got one cultivated princess and one cultivated drone. And if I whack these bad boys into the beealyzer, they should be purebred, he said to himself. Is this one purebred? No, okay, so those two are both hybrids. So it looks like it's not actually that much of a problem. If you do that, it looks like it It looks like it just gives you that, really. Yeah, so once you've got your cultivated, the next step up from that is for you to breed it with a common, which I do have somewhere here. So if I put in a cultivated here, no, that's a drone. If I put in the cultivated princess and a common drone, it's got 3 chances of being two different outputs, if you bear in mind. There's noble and there's diligent. We need one of both. It's nighttime, so it's not going to breed. We need a noble for the industrious. So if you get a noble, you're going to be making the industrious first. Whereas if you get an imperial, you will be making the... no, wait, hold on. I can't read my own notes. Oh, jeez. Imperial, yeah, okay, well, whatever. 2 outsourced reports do different ones. I'm going to be making both on the episode, hopefully. And whenever I get, I'll come back and I'll show you, and we'll go from there. So yeah, be right back. Okay, as you can see now, this cultivated, I don't know why I'm saying valiant. Yeah, so this cultivated common hybrid, or pure, as I like, no, it's not pure. I'm getting them mixed up with names and I'm confusing people, I'm sorry. I meant the name cultivated queen, or crossbreed cultivated common hybrid. There we go. So now, as you can see from this, we've got a common drone. So the way I'm using this in my head is, if it's a crossbreed, meaning if it's cultivated dash common, if the result brings you one common and, as you can see, one drone of cultivated, one cultivated princess, then what that means is now that cultivated princess and drone should be purebred. That's what I'm trying to think in my head. Obviously, I'm just using cultivated and common as an example right now. So if it's like breed A and breed B hybrid, and you breed it, you'll get the result will be pure. You'll get a drone and a princess of A, which is pure, and B, you'll just get a drone of. So if I put this in here now, we should find out that this is a cultivated common. So in fact, I was a lie. I don't know why it's still that, but I mean, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, I don't think. If I put this in here, and we'll find out as well. Yeah, okay, so that's a cultivated diligent, so that's good, because diligent, if I find now, there is like a table I can show you. So this one's on the way to doing industrious. So as you can see now, we know this one's a cultivated diligent. If we want to upgrade this normally, what we'd do is we'd obviously, put the cultivated princess with a drone, with a common, sorry, is that right? Cultivated common? Is it cultivated common? Yeah, that's right. So you put the cultivated with a common, but I'll put this in here and we'll find out actually. So this is so this is common diligent as well. So in that case, what we'll do is we're going to put our cultivated drone / diligent cultivated slash diligent in here, safe out the way. And we're going to breed these two that we know are cultivated common and common diligent. So what we want to be doing now is we want to be making diligent, obviously. So as you can see, putting the two in here like this, wait for it to tick up to the top, and wait for it to tick down again. So same process, we just got to wait now. Yeah, so I'm going to go listen to some more Dowell Hall and John Oates, and I'll be back once this is done. So yeah, be right back. Okay, as you can see now, this one is at the end of its life cycle. Like I say, oh, okay, well, that just instantly straight away did that. And as you can see, this one, because it was a crossbreed, if you bear in mind, we've now given us 2 commons and a diligent. Now, you might be thinking that's a backtrack. I am thinking the same, don't worry, but I don't think it actually is, because what we'll do is we'll whack these 2 in our BLizer. And the way I'm knowing, like, to decide which to BLize and which not to BLize, is like if you've got 2 of the same, you'd mainly do the princess, and you obviously do the offspring, you know, the one that you're curious about the most, really. So this diligent, let's find out. I was thinking the same, yeah, diligent slash noble. So noble, if you remember, if bear in mind, that's a new species now. If I look up, yeah, so noble is the one just before imperial, I think. Which one is this one? Diligent. Okay. Well, yeah, so if we're going imperial, you need to breed a majestic and a noble to make an imperial. Whereas, for the industrious, you need to make an unwary and a diligent to make an industrious. So, I'm not quite sure here, I'm a bit confused. But that's just me, the way I've done it, really. We'll need to do our princess as well, so let's get this bad boy out first. There we go. And whack this one back in. And as you can see, this one is a common noble. So in that case then, what we need to do is, best case really, we need to breed these 2 together, because if you can see, they're both slash noble really. So if we put that there and put that in there, hopefully by doing this one now, this one should give us noble common, or yeah, noble common it should give, or common noble, no. Yeah, wait, I don't know. We'll find out, eh? This should work, hopefully. I am hoping. Yeah. Again, I'm going to go back to listening to I Can't Go For That, because I cannot go for that. It's nice telling me telling you guys that my interests in music, you know, why not? Whatever, let's just hurry up and let's do this. Be right back. Alrighty, so this common queen, which is a common slash noble, will be turning, I don't know why I went so high pitched then. Oh my god. Noble? Jesus Christ. Yes, so this should be turning any second now, and should be hopefully giving us a noble slash common. Mainly noble, though. Okay, here we go. So, okay, so we've actually got noble. Oh my god, I predicted an output. I know the bees. I am God. Bow to me. Oh my god. No, okay, calm down. Yeah. So there you go. I also got a different dripping comb, if you can see here. Now, dripping comb, that's good, because if I press U, go across, this actually produces honeydew, as you can see here. Honeydew 13289, and also chance to do honey drop as well. And honeydew is good because we need it for something, but I can't remember what. And it's not too much in particularly important right now. So, noble princess. We've got the noble princess. We're still 1 step away, really, as you can see here. So if I cross it, this one's actually a pure breeded. I don't know anymore. So if I do the 2 of these now, as you can see, that one's a pure noble as well, and that one, I've run out of honey drops. Fantastic. Do I have none? Okay, fantastic. Great. Well, let's put 1 in here. Let's put 2 in case. Let's put 2 in here, and let's find out if this one's a pure breed as well. So now that we've got noble, we actually need to breed the noble with a majestic. Now, I don't think I have an actual majestic. Do I have cultivated? So I'm at a bit of a stump here as to know to where to go now. It's not too much of a problem though, because I can guess, and the good thing about me guessing is that you guys watching, you know, you don't F up and I do. So that's a good thing. Because, you know, that's how this series goes, really. I fuck everything up. You guys do the right stuff. I do the wrong stuff. There you go. Yeah. So, Noble Princess. It's good. They're awesome. Let's put them back on just in case. I'm just having that breeding because that's making honeycombs for me. If anyone wants to know what I'm doing with that. Yeah, so this Noble. So, what we need to do with this Noble is add it with a Majestic to make an Imperial. And that's as far as we can go, really. But the only problem is I don't actually have a Majestic, do I? Whereas if you do a Noble and a Cultivated, you can make an Unreary. Unreary? Does that make sense? Or you can... Diligent and Cultivated is an Unreary, sorry. Noble and Cultivated is a Majestic. So if I get my... cultivated, let's do this one, diligent, because we need those 2. So I don't think you two, you'll get the same as what I do as well. Like you'll get a cultivated drone, which is half diligent. I'm I'm just checking. Is that right? Well, noble. Okay, well, I guess there's a chance we could go down any path now if I'm breeding a noble and a cultivated. But this should give us a majestic, or it'll give us a diligent or unreary. I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it'll give us an unreary instead, though. But we'll see. So let's put these on. Let's find out, eh? Because that's the only way. That's the only way, you know. Just find out. Keep these drones to your side just in case, because these you can use these as kind of like a backup. That's the way I think of it, anyway. So, like, if you lose them, or like if you lose this noble, then you could go. Oh well, just go from the next stage down. You could breed, you know, the cultivated drone with whatever, and just breed it all back up, which is quite nice. That's the way I think of it, anyway. Yeah. We'll wait for this to go. I'll carry on listening to take that, and I'll be back once this is done. So, yeah. Okay, so this noble queen is about to turn into whatever we don't want it to turn into, and I'm waiting to find out, to be honest with you. So, there you go. Yeah, it's just a waiting game now. I don't know why it's lagging as well. That shouldn't be happening, because, I mean, I'm doing nothing. I've just been doing, like, odd jobs around while I've been waiting, to be honest with you. You know, I've been, I actually ran out of sulfur over there. That was a panic. That's still going on normal. I mean, you know, don't think I've done really that much, apart from Mr. Robot, who keeps walking off from his base. You know, you can see him hopping up and down somewhere. Where is he? There he is. You can see him hopping down there, look. See him? Bugger. Anyway, right, let's find the answer. And we fucked up. Okay, so we got cultivated, which is a step back, kind of. We've also got an ancient drone. Ooh. Now, haven't heard that one before. But that's not too much of a problem. We can also BLize these. We should have enough. Yeah, I do. So, let's find out. So, this should be, yeah, that's a cultivated noble. Alright. So, if we breed it with this, that'll make it a cultivated noble. No, okay. Ancient, this should be ancient noble. Alright. So, in that case, we should probably breed it with this and go more, right? Yeah. Right, yeah. Let's just go with it. You know what? Like, I don't know anymore, to be honest with you, about breeding. I'm just going to be frank. Breeding, I just give up, to be honest with you. I'm going to mess around between now and next episode. Hopefully this episode kind of gives you the gist. I mean, I did some things right, but whatever I've done now has just kind of fucked it up, to be honest with you. And I don't know why. But I'm going to try in between now and next episode to find out what the answer is, how to do it properly and stuff like that. And hopefully I can, you know, come back tomorrow, next episode, and do it properly like I say, yeah. So, there you go. You know, it was bad. So what? It happened. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. If you didn't, I don't know how you did like that. Honestly, come on. But anyway, yeah, so thanks for watching. Leave it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye for now. Fuck bees.
I am.